May 2nd, 2025. It was a typical morning in the rural community of Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. Inside the modest home, the Sullivan family is waking up. 6-year-old Lily, her 4-year-old brother Jack, their mother Malaya, their stepfather Daniel, and their baby sister Meadow. The parents later tell police they heard the children moving around the house.
What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep, and they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, the room, it was quiet, and we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no.
Until they didn't. The sounds of children playing faded. The house fell quiet, and Lily and Jack were simply gone. Almost a year has passed. A year of frantic searches, of unanswered questions, and of a family shattered. There are no bodies, no arrests, and no clear answers. Tonight, we break down everything we know and everything we don't. From the official timeline and the physical evidence, to the family dynamics and the theories that have consumed the internet. Let's try to make sense of this deeply unsettling case. This is the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. Let's start with the established facts here. On May 1st, 2025, the day before the disappearance, Lily and Jack were seen with family members at a store in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. This is the last independent sighting of the children. They were put to bed around 9 p.m. that evening. The next morning, May 2nd, at approximately 6:15 a.m., their mother Malaya sends a message through a school app. She tells them her children will be staying home from school. According to Daniel and Malaya, they were still in the bedroom with their baby daughter Meadow. Daniel said Lily came in and out of the room several times. He could hear Jack in the kitchen. It really paints a picture of this lazy, unstructured morning.
Baby were asleep. Lily came in multiple times, and then about 20 minutes passed, and then when I woke up, Malaya was right beside me. She was still asleep, and I said, I don't hear Lily and Jack. I ran up in the woods to the kids. They have cabins up in the woods, which only took me like 30 seconds. I came right back down. She was on the phone with the RCMP.
At 10:01 a.m., Malaya calls 911 to report her children missing. In the frantic call, she notes their boots are gone. RCMP officers arrive at the home 26 minutes later. The investigation into the mysterious disappearance of Lily and Jack Sullivan has officially begun. In the afternoon of May 2nd, the very day they vanished, investigators find a pink blanket in the woods about 1 kilometer from the home. It's identified as Lily's blanket. Then 2 days later, on May 4th, police make another discovery. They find another piece of that same pink blanket, but this time it's not in the woods. It's in a garbage bag at the end of the family's own driveway.
Seized very early in the investigation. It was outside and found near Lily and Jack's home. The family has confirmed that the blanket belonged to Lily.
This single discovery has fueled more speculation because you really have to think, was the blanket planted? Was it a clumsy attempt to mislead investigators? Or did it just coincidentally end up in a garbage bag? The only other piece of physical evidence is a child-sized boot print found near the pipeline trail close to the home. Police have never confirmed the print was made by Lily or Jack, but the physical evidence isn't the only piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit. In the months following the disappearance, RCMP documents revealed that witnesses in the community heard something unusual that night. Brad Wong, who lives nearby, told police his residence sits in an elevated position from the Sullivan home. In the early morning hours of May 2nd, before the sun rose, he said he heard a loud vehicle coming and going from that area. The vehicle left 3 or 4 times after midnight and into the early hours of the morning. Another neighbor, Justin Smith, told police he was awake and scrolling Facebook around 1:30 a.m. He heard a car on Highway 289 turn around by the railroad tracks near the intersection of Gerlach Road and Lansdowne Station Road, the same intersection close to where the children went missing. Wong later told Smith that he believed the car he heard was Daniel's vehicle. But here is where the story splits again. RCMP confirmed they conducted a thorough review of surveillance footage from the Gerlach Road area. Their conclusion? No evidence of any vehicle activity at that time. When asked about the witness accounts, Daniel told CBC News that no one from the family left the property that night.
Didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property. I mean, after the polygraph exams, They should have known right there.
So here we have an impossible contradiction. Two independent witnesses describing a vehicle making repeated trips in the middle of the night, and the complete lack of evidence to prove that it was there. Were they hearing things? Were they mistaken about the date? Or is there more to the story than we actually know?
I love you.
The children lived with their mother Malaya, her partner Daniel, and their baby daughter Meadow. The children's biological father, Cody, told police he hasn't seen the children in 3 years.
My son was a little upset about it. He said they made him feel like he did something wrong, and he said he hadn't seen the kids in 3 years. They were babies when I seen them last. He said she was just learning what she wanted to figure out to eat.
Also on the property was the children's step-grandmother. She told investigators she heard children playing on the swing set that morning.
This is where the kids' swings are. This is where they always played.
And so that's where
I heard them.
In the days after the disappearance, the family dynamic imploded. Malaya left the property and went to stay with her mother, and she hasn't spoken to Daniel since. In January 2026, the case took a dark turn. Unsealed court documents revealed that Malaya had accused Daniel of being abusive during the relationship. Asked by police if Daniel was physically abusive, Malaya said he would try to block her, hold her down, and he would even push her. Daniel denies these allegations.
No, all those allegations are false. It was just to paint me in a bad light. That's basically why all of those allegations of abuse came out. I never physically abused Malaya.
On January 29, 2026, Daniel was arrested and charged with assault, unlawful confinement, and sexual assault against an adult victim. The alleged incidents happened on December 1, 2024, roughly 6 months before the children disappeared. It is crucial to emphasize the allegations have not been tested in court, and the charges are not related to the disappearance of Lilly and Jack. But the revelation has added another layer of suspicion for many following the case. It raises the question, what kind of home were these children living in? In late September 2025, RCMP brought in 2 teams of cadaver dogs. They searched a total of 40 kilometers around the Lansdowne Station area, including the property, the pipeline trail, and the area where the blanket was found.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything.
As he predicted, the dogs did not alert. These are highly trained animals capable of detecting human remains even in deep water or buried under soil. If they didn't alert, this suggests that children's remains were not present in the areas they searched. With no bodies, missing children, and thin physical evidence, the case has become a breeding ground for theories. Theory 1, the family cover-up. This is the most common theory online, that one or more adults in the home know exactly what happened. Netizens point to the asymmetry in public engagement. Daniel has given numerous interviews, while Malaya has almost entirely went silent. They ask, why hasn't the mother been more vocal? And why did she cut contact so quickly? Yet here's what gives us a pause on this theory. Daniel passed his polygraph. Malaya passed hers. Even the biological father, Cody, passed. Now, polygraphs aren't foolproof, but the RCMP wouldn't publicly state they passed if they had doubts. Theory 2. They wandered and got lost. This is the official working theory. The children wandered off and got lost. The area is described as dense with steep banks and thick brush. It's perfectly capable of swallowing 2 young children. But this theory has a fatal flaw. After a year of searching with dogs, drones, helicopters, and hundreds of volunteers, they found nothing. No bodies, no clothing, no trace. If 2 children died in those woods, their bodies would still be there. Theory 3. Abduction or trafficking. Some believe the children were taken by someone they knew. Their boots were gone, suggesting they left willingly. But police have repeatedly said there is no evidence of abduction, no signs of a struggle, no forced entry, and no ransom demands. Theory 4. Hidden on the property. The idea that the children never left the property is chilling, but police have searched the home and basically anything that is in a 40-kilometer radius from the property. Nothing. Cadaver dogs found nothing. So what do we believe? The theories are endless and the evidence is thin. What we do know is this. Daniel is facing serious charges unrelated to the children's disappearance. Malaya has gone quiet and 2 children are still missing. RCMP has stated they will continue the investigation. But for now, the community waits, the family waits, and the question that haunts everyone is this. What really happened to Lilly and Jack Sullivan? And that's it for today.